Welcome back. January is always a good time to start thinking about booking a holiday, and now we're looking at the top destinations to suit every budget, from the Midlands to the Middle East.
Travel writer Thomas Breathnach joins us now with his top picks. Good morning to you, Thomas.
How's it going? Yeah.
You have something for all budgets this morning.
Yeah, there really is.
Rightly, you're starting at home.
Starting at home, and we're going to go to the Ireland's ancient East. Now, a lot of people, the Wild Atlantic Way has been this ingenious kind of household tourism coup for
phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
It really has,
to think
hasn't
that,
it?
Phenomenal.
like a few years ago, no one had heard of it, and now it's, I think, Ireland's most visited attraction. It's a trail, yeah. And so I guess people on the East Coast were like, what can we do to bump up the tourist numbers here? Because people tend to get off the ferries in Rosslare.
The East were getting all jealous, weren't they?
Yeah.
East were getting jealous. And so now we've Ireland's ancient East. So the shtick here is kind of, as we see, 5,000 years of culture, 17 counties. So it's quite a broad geographical span. I think that's what kind of throws people a little. They're not quite sure where it goes. So it kind of spans North Louth to East Cork. And so they're kind of encouraging people to go, the West is amazing, but everywhere in Ireland has its own kind of like gems in the sense that even like driving up from Cork along the M8, you've got like, you know, round towers here and like castles there and like the Rock of Cashel here. So it's kind of take advantage of what's on your own doorstep and then like stitch in like weekends away around that.
So some of the highlights, and you've particularly focused on ancient sites.
Yes, as a backdrop. So I think like West Waterford and East Cork are one area that I'd really recommend in Ireland's ancient East, because West Waterford, it's almost got like the best of the west of Ireland with like the mountains. It has a mini Gaeltacht, and you have the beaches. It's almost like a little microcosm of Ireland in its own right. And then so the round tower in Ardmore. Do you guys know Ardmore?
Yeah, but that whole southeast corner of Ireland, Wexford, and that's beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, there's like the Celtic sea coast from Wexford to Cork. And
it often gets the best weather as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, Wexford is like known for being the sunny southeast and the strawberry capital of Ireland.
We used to go on holidays every year.
Wexford.
It's beautiful Blackwater in Wexford. We had stayed in a little cottage that was right on the edge of the cliff. You walked out and you dropped straight in onto the beach. Beautiful.
Blackwater's beautiful.
Blackwater was stunning.
that whole area.
I think it's a lot of Dubliners used to go or would go down to Wexford to Courtown.
We invaded.
Corktown,
yeah.
The Irish Riviera.
The Irish Riviera. So yes, and then East Cork is kind of, I think West Cork used to often steal our thunder. I'm from East Cork, so I'm slightly biased. Right. And then
it's very unlike a Cork man to be biased about Cork, isn't it?
So unusual.
So unusual.
Yeah, and
Never seen that before.
They've kind of like pioneered a food movement. Ballymaloe, I guess, are slightly responsible for it, but now East Cork is really almost rivaling towns like Middleton, rivaling the likes of Kinsale. So you can have like a foodie trip and saves you going to Galway.
The options are endless.
Yeah.
Yes.
So moving from the east coast of Ireland, let's go to the east coast of the States and over to New York.
Yes.
Which is a destination I think that everybody has. Everybody wants to go to New York at some point.
Everybody wants to go to the Big Apple. Yeah.
And no matter how much you big it up, it will still blow you away. It's an amazing
no matter how many
city.
times you go, you always get a buzz landing.
But most people, if they have been, will have flown into JFK, obviously, or Newark.
Yes.
But you have a new option here, and maybe a cheaper option?
Exactly, yeah. So Norwegian, the low fares Scandinavian airline, now fly from Dublin and Shannon to Stewart International Airport, which is a small airport. It's actually almost the size, it's almost like Knock. Like completely low key, just an hour from the city.
Is it upstate New York?
It's upstate, so it's Orange County, just up to kind of the Hudson River. And you can fly there for, there's sometimes these fares you hear about them and they don't exist, but like the Norwegian fares are really good and very available.
Yeah. So 225 return?
225 return.
225 return to New York.
Yeah. 225. I think Shannon is a small bit cheaper because I suppose they're saving on petrol. But then you have Dublin is also about 240 or 250 return.
But is it kind of, without mentioning the name of a certain low cost airline, like when you fly to New York but you're actually landing in Belgium, it's not that far away?
No.
Like in terms of the city, or are you looking at upstate New York in general then as a holiday?
Yes, but even if you do want to go into the city, like New York is an hour shuttle. You'd be doing that in JFK anyway in the subway.
Of course, you have to get the taxi or the transfer anyway.
The nice thing is here you can kind of access areas like Niagara Falls and the Adirondack Mountains or the Catskills and go skiing. So it's kind of an alternative. The Hamptons, on Long Island. An alternative kind of New York break. So like holidayautos.com are a nice rental company, they'll find the cheapest car en route.
But upstate New York, I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time there because I have friends living there. And whenever I was filming in New York, I would stay with them upstate New York.
Lucky you.
Up around Bronxville. It's beautiful. And it's the countryside.
Yeah, it really is. You'd be amazed.
These villages that are towns, it's just a gorgeous
and so
part
close
of the
to
world.
New York. If you drive less than an hour really from the Bronx or less, you're in like apple
So Thomas,
picking
maybe
area.
this is for those who have done the Manhattan thing, because that's kind of the obvious New York trip, isn't it? You need to do that as your first trip to New York, but maybe this is a good alternative to that.
Yes, or even your last night. If you do Manhattan, spend a night in upstate because you'll be flying out of there the next day. So
Very good.
Good
So
tip.
finally then, Qatar.
Qatar, I guess, hosting the World Cup in 2022.
Or maybe not, but we'll see.
Or maybe not.
Yeah. Or they're going to move it.
Yeah. So a lot of kind of hype surrounding that destination, and Qatar Airways have joined the likes of Emirates and Etihad, who both fly to the UAE to now get a slice of kind of the Middle East stopover market. Yeah. So they've been flying from Dublin now since last July.
Is it expensive?
It's really affordable.
Really?
So you can fly from, usually, sometimes if I look, do you know Kayak? If you're looking for the cheapest flights, often you'll find Qatar Airways now the top ones. So they're really trying to promote themselves as a stopover destination. I'm encouraging you to, you can even avail of a one-night free stopover. It's called Plus Qatar. So you stay in Qatar, do all your dune bashing and safari excursions in the cities. It's kind of like a mini Dubai in one sense. And then you can fly on to the likes of Johannesburg for €438 return, which is crazy, to fly to South Africa for
What sort of flight? Is it 4 or 5 hours?
It's just over 5 hours, yeah.
Right.
It's not super long. It's more than 5, it's 6. It's not a super...
it's not long haul.
It's
the same trip as New York.
And exactly, and it's a 5-star airline, so I mean they've really amazing facilities.
So you're in the lap of luxury.
You are, yeah.
So it's a slightly more splurgy trip than the others, but something to consider maybe if you're looking for something different.
Yeah, particularly because so many Irish people are going to Australia nowadays. And
exactly.
Asia Pacific.
I don't know where to start. Too many options.
Too many, yeah.
I know where to start. Back over there with the lamb.
Thomas, thank you very much.
Thomas, thanks a million. Still to come. We meet with Olympic runner Jessie Barr.
But after the break, we look at the best looks for the ski slopes this season. Stay with us.